welcome back to another episode of ADHP. My name is Zaga.
And I'm Nick.
And I'm Copper.
And
where the fuck was the excitement? Like, what kind of bullshit?
Unfucking believe. He just ruins the intro every fucking time. Like, there's no build up. He didn't even he doesn't like. This is how you know he doesn't watch the show.
It is conveyed in the eyes when I look directly into the camera and warmly say, "And I'm Copper," because in those two words, what I'm saying
did we not tell you it's a surprise?
And I miss y'all dearly. Put away them tiny hands.
Told you it's a surprise.
Okay. Time out. It conveys in the darling. It conveys in the eyes. And how do you know that none of our listeners might be blind? You didn't. You inconsiderate, handsome prick. You did not take that into consideration that there might be someone that is deaf, possibly mute, or blind.
You know, oddly enough, I never saw you defending the blind until you started doing Matt Murdock cosplays.
I mean, he's not wrong, Nick.
Boom. What's the boom?
I mean,
I took it into consideration. What did you do? But you didn't take it into consideration.
I just want to point out though, the fans had no idea you were here, so it was supposed to be a little surprise. We were gonna build it up like, oh, well, you know, the Northeast was getting another snowpocalypse, so why not bring our snowpocalypse buddy? But you know, you just ruined it up like, oh, hey, I'm Copper, hey, like you're here every week.
And now you know what you got to do. Now you know what you got to do.
What do I got to do, Nicholas?
Now you got to whip him out. Whip him out.
What is he whipping out?
His fingers, his hands.
Oh. I want to see his hands.
There you go. Do you feel?
Let me see the spear fingers.
These are spear fingers.
Spear fingers.
These are fingers.
I fucking hate both of y'all so much.
Yeah, we know.
This is me as I prep to smack the shit out of both y'all.
This is what you signed up for. You knew this
is what I signed up for. There's nowhere I'd rather be right now.
The first day I met you, I asked you, do you shave or wax your butthole?
Yes, you did.
And you thought it was ever going to be any different.
Nope. Hold on. I have never thought it would be any different than this.
It has never changed. Never changed.
And that's what I like. The consistency.
Hold on.
Yes, Nicholas.
What was the answer, though?
Shave.
Are you sponsored by Manscaped yet?
No. We are getting, well, I can't say we're getting there. I'm starting to move more towards in the YouTuber direction in mainly 3 fields. Number 1, gaming, because I'm going to start doing streaming soon.
Nice.
I actually have a repo, like gameplay of that. So I'm going to be working in that direction. 2, the gun content, which has just been difficult to do since I got back because it's actually getting a range, getting time, getting this, getting that. And then just a bunch of other things in general. I actually want to start a series of, in essence, weaponizing my autism and all the little things where I'm like, oh, I'm learning this. Oh, I'm learning this. Oh, I'm learning this. Actually, like, record that. Like, I want to pick up lockpicking. I want to pick up this. I want to pick up that. And show literally from the very beginning of me picking it up for the first time, how good I am at it, how much I suck at it, and the progress of it to see how much I can progress in a certain time period. That and the tricks.
I love that. But you completely failed to answer anything that I asked. So, but where would Manscaped come into play? So, are you since you said you're gonna
the YouTube goes up, you can get a YouTube sponsorship with Manscaped.
Okay, so in doing all these little quippets and little tism traits, are you in showing people how you learn something and whatnot? Will you be showing how to shave your butthole?
No, I will not, because I had to figure that out on my own, and so will they.
So, like, I mean, I'm glad we brought this back up because these are things. The episode today was supposed to be things. The title was "This shouldn't be a debate," but it is.
But with you and I,
this is going to be a debate. This is going to be a debate. This is going to be a debate. The first one. So I need to know: do you go like full legs up, or are you like squatting, or like what?
Do you like squat above a mirror, or do you like pull your legs back and like fend? Like do you?
So saying like, are you going full like full legs, or like I'm doing yoga now, so I can.
Are you taking Are you taking your lasso? Because I know you can do like the whip trick. Are you like putting the trimmer on the whip and like hold on. Like,
first off, I would castrate myself if I did that. So no.
Hold on.
First
Like,
off, no.
Which one is it?
First off, no. Second off, I just do it in the shower, and you can tell by feel it's a comfort thing, not a
Wait.
presentation thing.
You know why I understand how he can feel it. Got no ass. We've gone over this.
Exactly.
It just feels like leg.
streamlined.
It just feels like leg.
It's like it just feels like leg. You're right. God
Yes.
damn it. God damn it.
God damn it.
Brown, like I got some curves to me, so I don't know what to do.
Yes. It is a comfort
I'm about to
thing,
go
not a
get him.
presentation thing.
I feel like that's a lie.
No,
I
that
feel
is
like that's
complete truth. What other reason would I have to fucking shave the thing? No
I
one's
don't know,
seeing
but
it. I
my
don't
thing
want
is like-
anybody seeing it.
So then why do you shave it?
As comfort.
But if no one sees it, like you don't look like you're a hairy man.
Physical all right. As a physical comfort thing. You know what? All right, why do you shave your balls? Do you shave your balls because I fucking hate you? Do you shave your balls because you think anybody's actually gonna fucking see it, you goddamn virgin? Or is it because, comfort-wise, it prefers to be nice and slick and clean?
Well, to
As
answer your
opposed to have-
question, it's the answer is both.
Okay.
So
that
so
still
I
proves
think
my
correct
point.
answer. Both is the correct answer.
Yes, both is the answer. However, when you started doing it, at whatever age you did you do it either A, out of comfort, or B, because you thought someone was actually going to see the fucking thing?
because I thought people were going to see the damn thing.
Okay, mine was out of comfort, and then the second part came in droves later.
I don't know if anyone was ever going to see my starfish, but I still don't know if anybody has ever seen my butthole. I don't know how I really don't know how this got away from me.
With the two of us, you don't know how we got here?
You know what? Fuck it. You're in your
So-
new room. Hold on. He's in his new room. Show me your butthole.
Guys, please don't go. This is YouTube. YouTube is not ready for this.
YouTube is not ready for it. First off,
You're
not in
secluded
front of
right now.
everyone.
I don't. There's
Not in
We're getting
front of everybody.
They
You
wanna
have
see it
my
too.
number.
They wanna see
have
it
my
too.
number. We'll talk.
They want-
Like, usually show everybody my butthole. You said show me your butthole, or show
Okay,
you my
well,
butthole.
then
God.
that's fine. As soon as I have it, I know where it's going.
Don't
No,
invite
the
me to
fuck
that
it's not.
FaceTime. I do not want to be invited to that FaceTime call.
Oh no, that'll be the one time I drop into the Discord and be like, "Look at this butthole," and then just dip right back out. I'm gonna drop the nuke. I'm gonna drop the nuke, and then just walk out.
Oh my God. Okay.
Now that
Well,
we've
Oh,
strayed a
boy.
little bit too far off trail, per usual, Zaga, I'll let you take the
Yes.
reins back.
Now that
Yes,
we've
we're
strayed a
gonna-
little too far off treasure
we're
trail.
gonna-
when
we're gonna-
possible.
this is ridiculous here. And this is only going to get worse, guys. I need you guys
Yes,
to
it
understand this. So guys, welcome to ADHP.
Welcome to hell, my friends.
Welcome to Adulthood Pending. We are the millennial podcast that makes zero fucking sense. We're supposed to give you some kind of understanding of adulthood. Don't know if we're gonna get there today. I'm usually the one that tries to keep the reins on going. Don't know if that's gonna happen. I feel like shit today. So these two gentlemen right here, they're taking the reins for the most part. I'm gonna try to keep the
At my
guardrails
fucking
going.
disposal. Welcome to the Hell Express. I'm going to fuck all of your brains up.
With the episode
Hello,
idea
my
today that I
darlings.
had was
And welcome to the minds of Nicholas and Copper. I hope you enjoy staying because you have nowhere else to go.
no. See, what's going on
I
in my
just
head right
came.
now is like, Jesus Christ. I was thinking of like back, like the Haunted Mansion at Disney is like, I am your host, your ghost host. They're high fiving.
Or Eiffel Tower.
I just got
Eiffel
Eiffel
Tower.
Tower, guys.
You just got Eiffel Towered.
Well, guys, this
That's
episode there's a couple things we're gonna be discussing, and it's starting off with this shouldn't be a debate, but it is, and we started off hot,
Yes, we
hot
did.
and super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it can't really be that heavy because we're talking about Copper's ass, and we know there's no fat in there.
There
So,
is nothing back there. There's nothing back there.
So what I'm gonna do is kind of just be the moderator here and give them. I'm gonna give them the floor to debate these topics and see where they kind of fall. And I want to hear your reasoning to your thoughts on this. So the rules are, I'm gonna read the statement here. Each person is gonna give me you're gonna give me your reaction on it. And there's no scoring, there's no structure. We're just gonna kind of just roll with it.
Are you going to pick
and
or
I'm
The
go?
points
sure
don't matter
there's-
and the rules don't make sense.
Pretty much, yeah. Whose line is it anyway?
Whose
Are you
lines
good,
it
fellas?
anyway?
Are you just going to like
Huh?
ask who to answer?
I mean, one of you is gonna chime in right away. I already know it.
Oh, okay.
One of you will chime in right away.
You know what? Here's what I'll do. If you look like you don't have an immediate answer, I'll take the floor. If you look like you're like, ooh, I know exactly what I want to say on this, I will pause and let you have the floor because I know how ADHD works, where I have the thought, let me say the thought before I lose it, and I'll let you get your piece in, not interrupt.
Sometimes Nick has to think about it.
Okay, no, and that's fine. And if that's the case, then I'll just take the floor. And
I'm what some say would be a little slow.
Huh?
You're Midwestern. It happens.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
The Midwest is slow, Nicholas.
We're from the Northeast. We go. We run on Duncan, baby.
Listen here,
we're highly
molasses
caffeinated.
ass. Nobody asked you how you talk about as
Molasses
slow.
ass.
You talk about as slow as I do.
did not
sometimes.
say it was a bad thing.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean,
just
he
because this comes
talks
out slow and
This motherfucker.
smooth, this is a duck on crack. All right.
I understand that. That's here. I was actually medically
True.
diagnosed as a child.
Fuckers.
Fuckers.
Bitch.
Okay, so the first one: adults should have a bedtime.
I think from a medical standpoint, yes, but that's very dependent on someone's schedule.
Medical standpoint.
Because,
A medical standpoint.
yes. So,
Yeah,
like,
Dr.
a lot
Copper?
of AMT copper, yes. Anyway, because I mean, like, as much as people, like, here's what I hate when people, like, throw their fucking bro science to this and shit. It's the whole thing of, like, if you need 8 hours sleep for this and, like, 6 hours will do, you technically only need 4. And, like, you know, doing naps during the day fucks you up. Everybody's, it's not syncopal. I forget the actual term behind it that deals with this. But, yeah, you need your fucking sleep. Your sleep is where your brain fucking repairs itself. And so if you are someone who only gets maybe 4 hours sleep during the night or 6 hours sleep during the night, but then at like 2, you take a nap real quick because you're working all through the night and all that, and that works for you and you're functioning great, cool. But the biggest thing that fucks people up is just not sleeping at all. And they just run on zero sleep. And they're like, oh, when I just go to sleep, I'll crash hard. It's not always how that fucking works. So as far as a
Don't
bedtime,
tell me how to fucking live, asshole.
I'm not telling you how to live. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you the consequences of doing and not doing things.
If I decide to keep seeing things randomly, that's my own doing.
Okay, and that's fine. I think you can get through
Illusions
that
of grandeur
with
is
sleep.
my own choice.
Okay, and that's fine. I think you can do that with a good sleep schedule and ayahuasca, but I understand ayahuasca is expensive. So,
yeah, we're not rich and famous yet. Okay,
neither
maybe
the
by
fuck am
season
I.
7. Maybe by season 7. Okay,
If I have my way, it'll
you
be
get there
sooner,
in season
but
1.
If I have my way, it will be sooner, and both of y'all will climb your own mountains
Maybe.
as I climb mine, and sooner than mine. But anyway, so
Nicholas,
bedtime, yeah, just good sleep schedule.
I'm going to
Nicholas?
say, yeah, no, I do believe that everyone, as you get older, a bedtime becomes more important. I personally look so forward to my fucking bedtime, and I am, it's also, I've created a boundary on it for the simple fact of, when I've dated in the past, they're like, well, how come you don't stay up too late? It's because I have a bedtime. I'm up at 4 a.m. I'd like to sleep. But the thing is the way that my brain operates and how fast paced I like am throughout my day. On my lunches, I take about a 15 to 20 minute nap, give or take.
Nice.
It's a power nap and it's a quick recharge.
Mhm.
And I know it pisses a lot of people off because a lot of my coworkers are like, well, how do you do that? Like, I just wake up pissed off or I'd oversleep. I was like, well, one, I set an alarm and that's all I need. And then two, I was like, I feel completely recharged. Like I understand where they're coming from. Like taking that short of nap and you start to feel like that REM sleep start to kick in. And then immediately your alarm goes off and it pisses you off. But like for me, I can sleep. I go to bed around between 9 and 10. I give myself a little bit of grace period because I will doom scroll a little bit. But after that, if I stay up even longer, I get a little cranky and what have you. However, I can easily run off a very short amount of sleep. And I did a little bit of research. And apparently people that do have ADHD this is a common thing for a lot of people is by sleeping for short periods of time and doing naps. And it makes them, it's easy grab and go. Now, Zaga, on the other hand, is a creature of the night and probably sees shadow people on the fucking normal.
Yeah. I just say it's the demons.
Do yours also wear top hats?
No, I don't know. I sleep for I average, I've been better lately because obviously I'm trying to like focus on my health this year. But before then I was averaging about maybe 4 or 5 hours of sleep. That's just what I normally do. Lately it's been about 5 to 6. So I'm getting a little bit better.
I just feel like when you start seeing your shadow people, you're just like, what's up, demons? It's me, yeah, boy. But
it's me, yeah, boy.
Speaking of sleep, what I've actually started doing, and I didn't necessarily think that would actually matter or even make a difference, is one, I don't drink alcohol 3 hours before bed, which that's easy to do. But two, I take magnesium before bed, super absorbent, and I take it a little bit before bed. Obviously, the first week, you're not going to feel a difference because your body is taking in that supplement and it's getting into the system. I'm now about a month in, and my sleep has become so adequate. I feel so much better waking up. I actually sleep through the night for the most part. I do it. I get up every now and again. Like I gotta pee. Dog wants permission to get up on the bed. I heard a noise, what have you. But for the most part, I sleep a lot easier now than what I used to. Also, I think we all three can agree on this. There is something magical about accidentally falling asleep on the couch in your living room.
Oh, bruh.
There is, if they can take the technology that is apparently in a couch and move it to your bed and pillows, we would have world peace. We'd have world peace.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I disagree. I think bedtimes are whack. I like just fall asleep when you fall asleep.
Fuck it. That's not healthy, but okay. I'm almost narcolepsy. Believer. That's almost narcolepsy.
I'm a firm believer. I think I'm also I like living free life. I think being stuck in the confines of having to wake up for work and doing all that shit is stupid. And you should just be able to wake up when your body wants to wake up, not when you're forced to wake up by your phone, by your alarm. So
my body wakes itself up.
I agree with you, which is why I said because
that's like what you're trained your body to wake up at a certain time.
Right. But that's why I said earlier in my statement, like having a bedtime, that everyone's different. So as far as having a bedtime, it depends on your lifestyle. Like for me, I'm probably going to be up until about maybe midnight, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, doing editing and this and that. And then I'll sleep until about maybe 10 in the morning. That'll happen one day. And then another day, I'm in bed by 8 and I'm up at 5 doing shit. Like,
that sounds about right.
He texted me at 2 o'clock in the morning and I was just laying in bed, just chilling.
Yeah, homie, by the way, that was not intentional. I did not think for a minute. I'm just thinking, I know you were. But I was like, oh, he'll answer this in the morning. And then when you texted back, I was like, oh, fuck, don't tell me the phone vibrated and woke him up. I feel bad.
Didn't wake me up. I was just laying there and I was like, I can't fall asleep. Let's just stare at the ceiling because that's what we do when we can't fall asleep.
Remember that one time when we were 6? Yes, Brian, I remember. Not now.
Yeah. Because I was up till 1:30 in the morning because I didn't know if you were actually going to be on the episode tonight or not.
Right.
So I worked on an episode for me and Nick, and then you texted me that you were going to be on the episode at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I fucking hate you. I just spent I was up until 1:30 in the morning making an episode for me and Nick. So
and then it worked out anyway because you're feeling sick, and Nick and I are going to take care of it anyway. So the universe is lining up. You are welcome.
Yep. All right. Next one. If you're over 30, you shouldn't fight in public.
So that is going to be a little bit controversial for the simple fact of one, for me, listen, I've said it before. You can call me any name in the fucking book you want. I ain't nothing I ain't never been called for. Words don't fucking matter to me. But the thing is, if someone physically gets in your way or whatever, like physically starts a confrontation, that's a completely different ballgame. There's no age from age 0 to 100. There is a zero limit because you can catch these hands on any day of the week, and I don't care how old you are. I will punch you across the goddamn room.
And they're rated E for everybody.
They are rated E for everyone. Now, I guess it also breaks down to the fact of when you say fighting in public, do you mean just arguing? Do you mean physically fighting? Like, where are we going?
I was curious on that one too.
I don't know. It was a very generic question, a very generic statement.
So
I think we should go back to the days of just punching people in the mouth because people just get away with saying a lot of shit lately.
Agreed.
Like racist shit or fucked up shit. Like you should just get smacked in the mouth and say something fucked up nowadays. So
I get it, and I see it from both standpoints because like the problem is that like where do you draw that line is the problem, and I hate that there even needs to be a fucking line because it should be common fucking sense. Yeah. If you run up to me and start, yelling shit, no, it's not. Common sense is not common, unfortunately. But like, if you start doing shit that generally everyone can agree, and even if we look at legal precedent, it's like, what would a reasonable person, XYZ, so on and so forth. If you run up to me and you start like yelling, screaming in my face, so on and so forth, and I say, hey, bud, back up, and you get in my face, and I punch you square in the fucking jaw, to get you the fuck away from me because I don't know what you have in your hands. I don't know what you have in your pockets. I don't know what you have in your belt line. The fact that in today's society, a dude can run up to me, like start screaming in my face, and I jack him in the fucking jaw, and my ass potentially going to jail, fucking problem. Like, that's just fucking stupid. At the same time,
there should be. I like to propose a new law. It's the reasonable ass
baiting.
A law that if you got your ass beat, the person that beat your ass doesn't go to jail if it's for a reasonable cause.
I think it's like there's double jeopardy. When do you determine reasonable cause? Because people would.
A judge will decide. A judge will decide that. You go to court.
Yeah, and judges can barely get shit right now, dude.
Okay, well,
we got fucking. I don't know if it's
here. You gotta get your story. You gotta have a good story.
If it's down in Texas. But I think that if there's a civil disturbance between two legal adults, I think that you can choose the option of trial by combat.
Oh, is that like one of those laws that like never technically got written out kind of things?
Yeah, I don't think it ever got written out. I think it does. It's stationed in Texas, I believe, in that if two consenting adults want to, and they both agree that they want to just duke it out without legal repercussions, then I think legally that the police have to let it happen. Now don't quote me on that because
somebody watching this, please find out the information and comment that shit below. We need to know if this is true. We're not going to research this. We're going to forget because again, ADHD brains, all three of us. So we're going to forget that this conversation even happened in the next 20 minutes. So find out for us and comment below, please.
Actually, I'm looking at it right now. Texas law, trial by combat. The legal status of trial by combat in Texas is status of trial by combat in Texas is not explicitly recognized in the state's criminal code. However, the Texas Penal Code Section 22.06 allows for a defense to assaultive conduct based on consent, which can be used if two parties mutually agree to fight and certain conditions are met. This defense is not a license to assault and requires that both parties consent to the fight and that no serious bodily injury occurs. Law also states that the defense is not available if the fight is initiated by the defendant or if the fight causes seriously bodily injury.
Yeah, there's apparently there's guardrails too, which there should be. But I mean, mutual combat.
You knock him in the jaw, he goes to the ground.
You're done.
Keep beating his fucking face in. Like
you don't ground. Yeah, you don't ground and pound him. You fucking
no.
whoever hits the ground first, you lose. Like, that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But to get back to the somewhat on topic, or we'll be here all night. See, I'm being good, Zaga.
Wow. Shocking.
So fuck off. Love you. As far as the fighting in public at 30, I think I know what it's getting at, and it's like, if it's a physical confrontation out of anger, like, I don't care what age you are, like, if you gotta physically fight each other out in public out of anger over a disagreement, like, go take it somewhere outside. Be like, hey, you and me go meet fucking here and do this. Not in the middle of the fucking parking lot where you're blocking people's way and shit like that. Like, get the fuck over yourself. Different things might apply there. I get it. But as a general rule, I would say that. As far as like fighting with your spouse or your family member, this and that in public, like, do it when you get the fuck home, dude. Like,
have some decorum.
There are very few. Have some. Not and I don't mean that as a. I don't even mean that as a for the rest of our sex. I mean that because it's like, dude, if you can
don't inconvenience don't inconvenience us. Like,
there's that too. There's that too. But it's also,
but at the same time, I like the tea. At the same time, though, I like the tea. I'll sit there, we'll be sitting, like, Ellie and I will be sitting in the living room, we'll be looking out the window, like, yo, what's happening with them bitches?
I mean, I don't know. I call it me getting old, man, but like, there's not a whole fucking lot that's worth yelling and screaming about, which pissed off most of my exes because they'd be sitting there yelling and screaming. I'd be like, okay,
yo, for real.
Okay. And the fact that I'm not yelling and screaming, they're all
you
like,
told that you don't care.
Like it. Yeah, oh my God, you don't even care. No, sweetheart, I just know how to de-escalate and know how to act like an adult. But anyway, please continue to have a, anxiety attack that you cause yourself right in front of me.
Yeah, this is your fault.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. If you hate your job, leave.
So I go ahead.
I mean, mine's short and sweet on it is yes and no. Yes, for the simple fact of, if you don't like the job that you're doing, obviously search for something else that does fulfill you. However, in today's economy, make sure that you have a backup plan to do so, because it is extremely hard to just up and quit a job. And I understand. I'm not saying don't do it, because I do understand, like, given the certain circumstances, you have to leave the job right then and there, because it might have just been something that has completely boiled over time. And I 100% respect that. My advice is just to, if you are going to leave the job, if this is something that you're pre-planning, make sure that you have a backup plan of what you're going to go into next, because you never know what the next day is, what's going to happen the next day, where you might have needed that job, like the money from it, not the actual job in general. But yeah, but that's all I had to say on it.
No, that's pretty much exactly what I have to say. Like, yes, leave, but that doesn't mean walk into your manager's or your boss's office and say, hey, F off, I'm leaving. Like, start creating a plan to get out. Like, don't just immediately up and leave, now have no job, and then wonder why, oh shit, I missed rent, how this happened. Like, if you don't like your job, and again, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, define not like your job. Because I'm sorry, very few people. Shit. What do you mean? You just say, like, fuck it, just leave?
I'm so on the opposite spectrum of the two of you on this one.
Okay.
So on the opposite spectrum. So
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, like, I want to hear why.
So there's so many instances, like, that toxic workplace, right? Like, we just hate that job, right? And I've done this. I've done this where my old job, it's one of the few jobs that I've ever quit like this. But my day off used to be Fridays, and my old boss came up to me and was just like, I don't like your day off being Friday anymore. I'm changing it to Wednesday. I'm like, that doesn't work for me.
Get fucked.
Has to be on Fridays, because I have stuff that's why it's Fridays. I have stuff that's planned on Fridays. It's been Fridays for the last 2 years. Like, it's gotta be. And he's like, well, that's not my problem. It's Wednesdays now. And he walked out of my office and then just left the building. I went went back in my office, went to my computer, opened my emailed HR, CC'd him. Effective immediately, I resign. I appreciate the time here. Thank you. Hit send, grabbed my stuff, and walked out of the dealership.
No, I get that, because that's an event-based thing. I'm just talking about, like, if you just don't like your job, and Nick, I don't know if you're thinking the same thing, but this is where my brain went. I'm just saying, like, if you don't like your job as it is, Like, don't just sit there and bitch about it. If your job is honestly draining you that much, have a plan to
Well, make
get
a plan,
out. That
yeah.
doesn't always, huh?
Make a plan.
Yeah, make a plan. But that's what I'm saying. But like yours is like an event-based thing. This isn't like I'm going to start leading here. It's like, nah, you want to pull that shit? Okay, no, fuck you. Because that has an immediate effect on my life that is immediately screwing me over. And
Yeah.
I got
'Cause
my
actually,
savings. I got this. I got that. I can buy myself some time. But if you're going to start pulling this fuckboy shit now, no, I'm gone. So
Yeah,
yours, I think,
because
is
for
valid. 'Cause
instance,
that's an event-based thing.
I had the same thing actually that actually happened. And I actually went through was when I was working my two jobs. The one that I had I would leave my main job at like 4:00 and I'd clock in at the other one about 4:30, give or take. And I worked 4 hours, give or take, Monday through Friday. And I had the same schedule for like 2-ish years. Well, then the company changed hands like 2 or 3 times. And then finally they told me just last year, which I'm coming up on that year mark, but they told me last year, they're like, hey, we need you to start coming in at this time because XYZ. I was like, well, when I applied and I got hired, this was the whole ordeal. This was what the situation was. They're like, yeah, well, we can't really justify you for the hours that you're actually here. They gave me this whole runaround or whatever. And then I was like, okay, well, and I was toward the end of my shift.
Yep.
And I was toward the end of my shift that day. And I messaged them. I talked to my lead first. I was like, is this true? And he said, yes, unfortunately. So I messaged the supervisor. I was like, hey, respectfully, I said, that's not going to work with me. I said, because this is something that was agreed upon. It was in writing. It's pretty much, it's legally bound by, in my eyes, it's legally bound. And they dropped it on me that same day. They're like, hey, we're going to change your whole schedule around. I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I resigned that day. I took off my vest. I took my badge. I handed it to my lead and I left at the end of my shift. Cause that's when I found out about it. But I was like, yeah, I'm not, but I always warned them. I said, if they ever change my schedule, I'm out.
Right.
And that job was never to stay permanent anyway. So now I'm down to my one main job that still none of you fucking know about. And I did glimpse of the Discord, and you're all nowhere fucking near anything at all. I just want to give a little bit of clarification so that you all know. Nowhere close. But I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole like text thread of everyone trying to figure out what Nick does for work, and
you also know what I just realized? I'm not on the Discord.
You don't want to be.
No,
I ain't been fucking invited, motherfucker.
You don't know how to use Discord. I've tried to teach you how to use Discord a year ago.
I do now. Now that I'm doing the streamer
I tried to
thing
teach you how to do it a year ago.
And now that I know how to do the gamer, well, not know how to do. Now that I'm starting to do the streamer thing and the gamer thing, I'm learning.
You asked me a year ago to show you how to do it, and then you never called me.
Okay, Zaga. Right now, you sound like a petty ex-girlfriend.
Zaga. No.
He's asked me. No. He's asked me for help for so much shit, and then never hits me up.
Okay, hold on. A year ago,
actually longer than that.
What? Where was I? The majority of this past year.
Before that, it was way before that. No. But where NFA was still a thing.
Where was I?
Where were you during NFA? I don't know. Doing some voice acting bullshit. Reading some books.
Nightmare. No, but yes, I do know how to use
Getting
Discord
some book
now,
talk
and I would love to.
Heavy.
I would love to be part of the Discord. I just need the invite. Although apparently some of the drama on there.
He says like you need to be invited. How do you think the fans get it? You think they're invited, or they just go onto our page and then just join?
I thought you need
open invite.
I thought you need the link to.
No, it's an open invitation because we're not. It's not like we're special people.
The link then.
Look on the motherfucking YouTube page, dog.
Look on the motherfucking YouTube page, dog.
It's open fucking. And every episode it says join the Discord. You just click the button and it joins the shit.
Nope.
God damn, dog.
Okay.
I'm so happy right now.
I spent so many hours working on these fucking descriptions, making this shit work. I swear to God.
Tony, I love you.
I'm gonna stab him.
I love you.
You called him by his legal name.
And then he drops the legal.
You doxed him.
You said it several times.
I'm gonna drop. He has never dropped my legal on this bitch.
Ever.
The only person that's dropped my legal
Ellie
is my
has
wife.
at least once. I know
that's
Ellie
different.
has at least once.
And she's allowed to.
Okay, and that's fine. So that is
And see, I know you're motherfucking legal, bitch.
that is okay.
I know you're
Okay,
motherfucking legal.
that is fine. That is fine. So that is our boundary, and I will never break that boundary again because Ellie had said that. I did not think it was an OPSEC issue. However, I now know it is. So I will never break that boundary again. I love you, Zaga.
Remember, I told you for whatever, somehow, some way, I have separated Hey Zaga and my legal name on the internet.
Okay,
you can't
and that
mix
is
the
fine,
two. It
and
doesn't
we will
mix
keep
somehow.
Okay, and that's fine. We will keep it that way. I love you, Zaga.
Mutual
I feel
combat.
like I have power. I feel like I have power. This doesn't happen very often.
That wasn't submissive, motherfucker. That was goddamn de-escalation. Do not pull that shit with me.
What did the Eskimos have to do with this?
for now,
I
bitch.
Bruh, I got a 3D render of your motherfucking hand that is just waiting to go in that.
No,
3D
you
printer.
think you have a 3D render of my motherfucking hands.
I do.
Oh, he
I
does.
do. I sent it
Okay,
to
do you know
Nick
where the
already.
scars are? Do you know where the scars are?
I know. Are you a Scars guard?
I don't know. You have enough pictures of your hands. It's not hard to get a 3D render of your hand.
Where the scars are.
I don't know.
Where the
All I hear is
scars are.
Skarsgård.
That's all we're hearing.
I hear Skarsgård
Okay,
and I
you
hear
know what?
Charizard.
Yeah,
So it's
you
the
know
same
what?
thing.
Sorry, no, that's Charmander.
Hey.
All right.
Oh shit! Would you look at
Next
that?
thing.
Now I'm in the Discord. That's so sweet, you guys.
That's the danger that you're about to enter into this because
Danger,
go
Will
in on
Robinson.
the-
Danger.
You do realize
the
I'm part of
amount
other
of
Discords that
notifications.
I will sometimes go weeks without actually seeing what goes on in there.
Oh, you don't know what just. Oh, yep. This is gonna be. Oh yeah. So I'm
Oh Lord, what?
you guys aren't gonna see this until this releases, but this is happening now on Sunday. But you're gonna see this live here.
I fucking hate you. What are you about to do? What are you about to do? I'm watching it. Pardon me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm watching it right now.
Oh yeah, no, I added
Everyone,
everybody in
welcome
the Discord.
Copper finally.
Oh yeah, because now they're gonna fucking at him nonstop in this fucking thing, and now he's just gonna get nonstop messages all day long. Okay, but regardless of the case, next one,
Big O.
weddings. What happened?
I just saw it.
Yeah, he'll be like Ellie. Check it once every like 6 months. All right,
Yeah, no
next
kidding.
one here. Weddings are mostly for Instagram.
So,
Nah.
given, go ahead, Copper. I want to hear why.
So I see where you're getting. So I think this goes into the loud minority kind of thing, right? To where I see where you get that from, but this is just coming from me. And as someone who's been to a lot of weddings over the past, let's say, decade, it wasn't for clout. It wasn't for showing off. Are there pictures taken? Yes. Do those pictures get shared? Yes. But it was just an actual celebration of what's happening. And oftentimes people forgot to take pictures at all. Like, it was just, we're here doing the thing. And yeah, people do it as like a memories thing. That then was like, hey, can you send me those? Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll throw this on Insta. But as far as like, you only do the wedding for the sake of Instagram, no. I mean, the people who do that, cool, good for you. No one really gives a fuck. It's going to look weird on you when you get divorced in 3 years. But, you know, if that's the reason you're having a fucking wedding is to flaunt that shit, you done fucked up already. But that's just me.
No, valid point. Not where I thought that was going to go at all.
I'm just full of surprises.
I'm not opposed to the whole eloping and then doing a whole like reception ordeal for the simple fact of
Agreed.
it's a lot cheaper. Now, I say all that to say this is because I've seen and I've experienced people, because I've seen it from friends, male friends, and then I've seen it from women that I've dated that said that they wanted like this illustrious wedding and stuff like that. And I'm like, why would we spend that much money on a ceremony when we could take that said money and dwindle it down and go on a better, either one, have a better reception and or a better honeymoon. That's just my opinion. That's how I would like to do it. However, I'm also not opposed to eloping behind closed doors and then having a reception with everybody, telling close friends, family and friends that, hey, so this happened. And this is what we're doing.
Well, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people didn't know that the whole wedding thing was really for me. That was me. I wanted a wedding because Ellie already had a wedding. She had that. She already had it first. This was her second marriage. So I was like, but I want one. I didn't have one before.
Well, and
as
that's
you
what I
should
loved about y'all's. Yeah, and that's what I loved about y'all's wedding because it was a good time in a beautiful location with good people, but it didn't have to be this whole.
Oh, it was definitely more bougie than we anticipated because we were sitting at our the sweetheart table and we were like, this is way classier than we anticipated. Are we?
But it was classy without being bourgeoisie. It was classy in a nice place with.
That's a big word for Elmo.
It was classy without being. You know what? It was classy without being pretentious. I'll put it that way. Like. It was classy without being pretentious.
It was classy for trailer park 1 AC,
I would not go that far. It was a good time. I loved it. And I've been to a lot of weddings. My favorite weddings will always be country weddings. Sorry, not sorry.
Copper. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
First off, fuck you, motherfucker, because I have been a man of honor. I have been a best man. I have been a groomsman. I have been a bridesman. I have been the fucking flower boy. Yeah,
the flower boy.
I wasn't going to leave that out there. I saved the best for last. I have just yet to be the fucking groom, and I have yet to officiate.
Well, if it makes you feel better.
I wanted you. I was going to have you officiate, but
were you?
You already asked. I had already asked AJ because there was no other really spot.
Well, then there was a whole thing with the military schedule where for a little while we didn't even know if I was be able to. So, yeah. Which very glad that I did. I would not have missed it for the world. And you and I got to snuggle. So,
yeah.
There was a barrier, but
I slept. I did sleep with Copper the night of my wedding.
Whore. Hey, his wife signed off on it. And if that ain't healthy masculinity, I don't know what the fuck is.
There's a lot of jokes there.
There are a lot of jokes there. There's a lot of low blows too.
Oh yeah.
What's great? The best part about this whole thing, and I just need to point this out here, is the conversations that we have when Copper comes on the show is so much more outlandish than what we normally run, Nick. Nick and I actually have normal conversations when you're not here. We actually have a real podcast.
Right.
We actually have.
So what the fuck am I then?
We actually have a structured, real show about adulthood and millennial life. Do you remember before you left when Adrian was still here and you guys actually had these discussions and it was about being adults? That's what we have continued. But since you've come back, we just unleashed the ADHD and we let it continue because it's so much more fun to have these fuck off weird conversations with you because you bring this whole new group of audience. Because the last time you came, 500 other people came with you. We were averaging about 50 to 60 people watching the show consistently every week. Since then, our numbers doubled.
And about having my way, those numbers will go up significantly.
Those numbers doubled, so we've been averaging 100 people. Which thank you guys for coming and watching and staying with us again.
Where the fuck are the rest of y'all?
I'm hoping you're going to bring more people again, and they're going to hear about your butthole. They're going to hear about me and you snuggling on the night of my wedding. There's going to be so many weird fucking stories that come out from the shit that we have talked about on our show. Well, and they're all true fucking stories.
Well, so I don't want to go off on a tangent on this, and we can talk about this off camera also, but this is one funny thing I wanted to bring up to you because a bunch of people have brought up, I don't get political. I don't do any of that shit. I'm not talking about the Epstein list, but me and someone who I'm very close to talked about this recently. And they brought up a very interesting idea of you've started to see this happen already, but this might be even more of a push that people are in essence looking for a new type of celebrity. And what I mean by that is that, because if you look at the amount of YouTubers and internet personalities that have reached very much the celebrity status, part of that is because they're real fucking people. They're real fucking people who didn't have to get recognized by the right dude, sign away their soul, do all the shit they want to. Everything has to be cleaned up and this and that all the time. There's celebrities who like, listen, you see us when we do bourgeoisie shit. Cool. You also do us when we're in the back. You also see us when we're in the backyard doing shit. You see us when we're over here doing this really cool shit that we get to do because people support us. And you see us over here in our living room doing like, and it's that like, you can't watch big celebrities in Hollywood and be like, oh yeah, I feel that. Or, oh yeah, I can relate to that, because it's like, oh, well, I can't relate to that because, no, I don't live in a giant, big-ass mansion. All right. So I think that we're in a time, hopefully, that you're going to start seeing a new brand of celebrity chosen by the people, not the fucking corpo, that is, in essence, a part of it is us. Real people
they want
who...
Yes.
genuine.
People are so tired of this polished bullshit. So, like, I know for years, and Nick's wallet hates me because I'm so OCD about quality all the time. But I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, I don't mean, I'm sorry. But like, our quality, it is nice, but it's still the real us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you could see us a lot clearer. But it's not that we're not pixelated. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, and that's the reason why you want the high quality, not as a status thing, not as a you're the guy who owns this and this. Yeah. It's because what you're trying to capture, you want it to be captured as clear and as crystal sounding and all that as possible, so that you feel like you're in the room, not sounding like this all the time, to where you can't really connect with it. So
yes, and that was actually. And for y'all at home and y'all watching, and I don't know who the fuck is here right now, watching it live or watching it 3 or 4 days later while you're, or just listening on the way to work.
Watching it live. Are we on YouTube live right now?
No, so I drop it as a premiere. I drop it as a premiere.
Oh, cool.
On Fridays.
All right, cool.
Every Friday at 2:00. So if you guys are watching this later on, every Friday at 2:00, this drops live. We have a live chat, people chit chat, watching it live, and I usually pop in at work, and chit chat with y'all at times as well. But the whole point of this show, and what I love about the dynamic that we have as a cast and as a crew, I like it because it's a hangout with friends. Some podcasts are too structured. And I noticed that some of the best podcasts, one of my favorites is Joe and Jada, which Fat Joe and Jada Kiss, two rappers. Their podcast is just two guys hanging out, really. You look at The Basement Yards, just two guys hanging out. You look at Bad Friends, two guys hanging out. Two Bears, One Cave, that's two guys just hanging out. But you feel like you're part of the conversation. And that's just kind of what I wanted for this, is like, you feel like you could jump part into this conversation and it would fit right in.
Yeah.
Well, Copper, I'm so glad you derailed us from this whole thing again.
That's my job. That's my job.
And it fit perfectly to what the next one is, because with the Discord is just one giant group chat. That's pretty much what it is. But the next thing
I'm
here
learning
is
off to the side on my second monitor over here.
Oh yeah, it's just not my phone. I usually have close to 400 notifications every day.
Jesus.
Yes. Like I said, I'm the most. I talk to them every day, and I try to stay as active as humanly possible. But group chats are exhausting, and I will attest to that. Yes, they are. This is my own fault, but I want to be as active as I can and chit chat with every one of y'all because I love y'all. Y'all are exhausting, but I do love y'all.
I'd say yes, they're exhausting, but it's hard because it's one of those things where when it's exhausting because a bunch of people in the group chat are using it as their personal meme swapping, as their this, as their that. Like, listen, that's their...
You're going to learn from our Discord because you're new to our Discord. Our Discord is it's not like a meme swapping. It is literally just a joint conversation. We're all, we have a spot where we share recipes, sell pictures of our dogs, what we're wearing, what we're doing. Like, so somebody was just at a music festival. First time ever going to a music festival. We have stuff where we talk. There's a book talk section where they share books. We have one for our plants. We have one for our plants where we talk about all of our plants that we have. And then there's our daily chat where we're just, they'll talk about the show. They'll talk about, I'll share stuff about, like the merch ideas, or I'll ask them questions for the show, or just random shit. Then there's a therapy corner where if somebody's having some issues or stuff they want to vent about, they can go into that spot, and it's a safe spot, and nobody's gonna talk no shit. Nobody's not gonna be judged or anything like that. And, it's just a lot of different text channels where a lot of stuff's going on all the time.
Right.
Yes,
I get that. So I mean, like, when you say a group chat, my first thing is like just a singular text group chat that isn't like all over the place. It's just a group chat. Can they be exhausting? Yeah, I mean, just straight up, they can be. But I also realize, and I'm having to learn this more and more, my experience is also very singular, because it's like the same time that everyone's getting off work, I've been at the same thing and I'm still working, and I'm probably going to be working on it until about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So when everyone else is in roughly their, okay, this is my time period to do this in, I'm still not in that time period. And then by the time they all go to bed, I'm now catching up on everything, and anything I have to contribute, people are sleeping. So for me, it can be exhausting. For other people, to where it's like, you get home from work and now you're hanging out with all your friends in the group chat, I can see why it might not be exhausting, but for me, it is. That's just me.
How about you, Nick? For group
Sorry.
chats?
Sorry, I was responding to my own group chat.
No,
That's what it looked like.
My laser pointer, the battery is almost dead, and I needed to see what kind of battery I had to get for it. It's a rechargeable battery, so I don't have the thing to
1860?
charge. Yeah. 18650.
Don't ask me how I could just know that just by looking at it.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's in your butthole shaver. I don't know.
It's in your butthole. So how do you feel about
So
group
I'm
chats?
not
Are
gonna.
they exhausting to you?
They are 1000% exhausting to me. And the first thing I do, unapologetically, I'm going to tell you all right now, the moment that you put me in a fucking group chat, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, text messages, pigeon mail, it doesn't fucking matter. I will mute that bitch as soon as I get it, respectfully.
How would one accomplish a carrier pigeon group chat?
Well, I taped the bitch's mouth shut. I don't fucking know. It's a figure of speech, copper.
Do you have to write the same message like 8 times and send out 8 different carrier pigeons, and then those 8 carrier pigeons come back with individual responses? Like,
This is precisely why I don't tell you shit, because you took it too fucking literal.
But it was funny, wasn't it?
It was not funny. By any means.
It was not funny to you. To Zaga, it was probably funny.
Oh, now you call him by his name. Anyways, I mute. I think they are absolute chaos. I do mute them, and then I don't. I only look at them when I see a little small notification, but my phone doesn't buzz, and my life is so peaceful knowing that I can always mute a group chat. Because sometimes
there are times where I mute them too. Yeah,
there's not sometimes. It's the immediate first message that I see. It's a group mute, because I easily will get overwhelmed. I'll start panicking, and I almost punt. I'm talking like Pat McAfee fucking punt my phone across the goddamn room, because sometimes it's just nonstop. And then sometimes this isn't even a group chat. Zaga, I love you, but sometimes I understand you got a lot to say. Sometimes I look at him like, please
mute me. I got you.
Please send one more message. I'm going to send one more message. Send one more goddamn message. I'm going to book a flight. I don't care how much it costs, and I'm going to strangle you.
I'm going to beat your ass.
I'm going to have my phone in hand. Buzz, 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 buzz. Respectfully.
That's what it's like listening to your group chat.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to chew 5 gum.
The irony with this whole group chat thing, I'm literally getting my group chat for work is currently going off. I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I thought you meant
what was going on.
I'm getting notifications out the ass for them right now.
Yeah, we're trying to see who do we keep home, who do we say don't come to work and whatnot.
Right.
Let's go to the next one. Living at home past 30 is fine.
So when you say living at home, do you mean like with parents?
Yeah.
Or
living at home
I was gonna say well, if I'm supposed to go live out in the box, just let me know, because like I'm 35 and I live in my own home. But no,
living at home with your family.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I know it's a lot of people have publicly shamed people for that. Listen, I don't see anything wrong with it. If you fall on hard times or you're trying to save up to project yourself while also contributing to your parents' home, I see nothing wrong with it. There's been many times like my parents have offered like, hey, if you want, you can move back home. And I still have that open invitation and I love that. I'm too prideful. And so I'll dig deep and pull myself up by the for the little bootstraps that are not really there, but I don't, there's nothing wrong with it. And don't let anybody shame you for living at home with at a certain age with your parents, because there's nothing wrong there.
So I will say
Copper,
this.
I'm gonna let you do your thing, but I want to just point something out real quick.
Yes.
This is perfect because next week Nick and I are going to talk about something similar to this, because this falls perfectly to what we are going to discuss next week. Nick, we're going to talk about
I will
the
be
bullshit
around. Do you want me
timelines.
in on that or no?
Oh, yeah, if you're down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, if you're okay. Well, yeah, just
go.
The more we can get you on, the better.
So I will say this much: as there was just a video I saw the other day, and it was a moving graph that was like fucking wages versus like price of fucking living. And it was a whole thing of like, when boomers bitch about my coffee and my iTunes and shit like that. And so it's hard because I see both sides. I think a lot of it is that the older generation, relative to how it was for their parents, for them, it's not like things didn't go up, but things went up and moved at a rate that was closer to being proportional. For us, we just straight got fucked. And I'm sorry, but that's not even like it's a fucking excuse. No, if you look by the goddamn numbers, there are several sources, not written by Zoomers, written by fucking boomers, mind you. And I hate using Zoomers and boomers, but whatever. Like, that are showing that wages did not go up that much, and the price of living, because of commercialization of housing, shot the hell up. Now, what I will say is this: as someone who, yes, do I currently live at home with my mother and father? Right now, yes, I do. Have I always? No. I did because I was away, and then when all this blew up and I was flying back and forth because my mother and I co-owned the company, and I knew a deployment was coming up, she was like, okay, for this time period, why don't you move back in, save some money up for your deployment, and then after that, you can go on to your next phase of your life. So I think post 30, if you're living at home, I agree with you, Nick, that it shouldn't be a shamed thing like you failed. It's when you live at home and plan to just stay there forever, there's where the problem is.
When you mooch off of them.
Yes. Now,
certain levels,
I will leave an exception. Let's say, because I've seen this happen before. Let's say you move back in with mom and dad. Mom and dad are planning to retire in a few years, and they're going to leave you the house. Like, so, the end goal is the same, that this is not a permanent solution. The eventual thing is that, yes, you will have your own place, so on and so forth. In this arrangement, it just happens to be the house that you're in and the house that you grew up in. But there's a plan going forward for this isn't how things are going to be forever. But if you're past 30 and you're living at home with mom and dad and you have no aspirations or aspire to ever do anything else, all right, problem. But if it's tried this, had a divorce, had this happen financially, had that happen financially, and you're there and they welcome you back in and you're working towards not doing that, I don't see a problem with that. Times are fucked right now. Times fucked right now. Economy's fucked right now. Housing is fucked right now.
Yeah.
Like, so yes. So doing it by itself, no. Doing it as it's going to be like this forever and I don't ever actually have to work toward anything better, that's the problem. That's where you run into the problem.
If there's no aspiration to ever leave.
Yes,
that's the
exactly.
issue.
Exactly.
Being single at 35 is normal.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Because what a coinkydink. I just turned 35 this last December. And what do you know? I'm single. Yes. I 100%.
Nick coming in with the my time has come.
Yes,
It's
I
like these
100%.
last two were specified for both of you.
But no, I think it's completely normal. And honestly, even past 35, whether you be single at like 35, 45, 55, it's honestly, it's whatever you're comfortable with, for the simple fact that a lot of people that maybe not a lot of people, but I know that there are some people out there that are in relationships because they settled. And the thing is that they're not adhering to their boundaries that they told everyone they had, and they are just settling just to have that moment with just some person that doesn't live up to their expectations. And I'm not saying that this person has to be perfect. And so I don't want anyone to misconstrue anything that I just said, because I know no one on this walking earth is perfect. However, you do have people that you were looking for in a realistic manner, and I understand, and I feel like you should be able to have said person in that realistic manner, because trust me, I know the dating world is still it's very scary for me. I'm not gonna lie to anybody, and then it's also changed quite a bit, and it's going to continue to change, and I will blame a lot of it upon social media, and
hands fucking down.
In which now, don't get me wrong, there are relationships and marriages out there that are thriving and doing very well with social media going on and stuff like that. However, there are the ones that are heavily influenced by, because we all know that there's toxicity pumped out onto all social media platforms, and people attach to it because misery loves company. So therefore, it gets pumped into your next relationship. And a lot of people just feel entitled. Like, I'm gonna chop it up for what it's worth. People feel entitled.
Thank you.
And again, don't misconstrue that for the fact of, if you have standards and boundaries, that does not mean that you are not allowed to have those. If you don't understand the difference, you are the problem.
Thank you for that. And I think that I think you hit the nail on the head perfectly with that, because it's the problem is, and I've talked about this in a lot of different things. It's the pendulum theory. Things were all the way over here, so now things have to go all the way over here. It's almost like well, you hit me, so now I need to get, now I get to hit you. Ow, that one was harder, so now I get to hit you. And it's this constant back, forth. And it's like, dude, find some fucking balance in the goddamn middle. But here's the problem. The balance in the middle requires critical thinking. And that's hard.
Critical thinking and compromise.
Critical thinking doesn't happen.
Critical thinking, compromise, I don't know, being a goddamn adult. And a lot of people don't want to do that. It's, why should I just give me the answer? It shouldn't be that. Tough titty, sweetheart. Like, the world ain't a blanket answer for everything. Like, what you heard some mentally ill girl yelling about on Instagram, no, that's not what you should take as your dating advice. At the same time, everything your parents push on you, depending on your parents, everything your parents push on you, they're not always 100% right either. So it's a matter of using your brain and following your instincts and finding your own answers. And the problem with this is that this has caused such a widespread thing of this being an issue, but I think it's also a big case of, again, the loud minority. I think that, and I this might be hopeful, this just might be me being hopeful, but I think the majority of people don't exude the toxic shit you see over here with men, or the toxic shit you see over here with women. That the majority don't. But there are enough that for both men and women, they're afraid to even freaking try. And, the whole thing of like, guys, why don't you come up to us and do this and this? Why don't you do this and this? And for a lot of guys, they're like, because the last guy I saw that caught the hint also caught a case, and you made a complaint about him or did this and this so you could feel validated. For women who were like, well, yeah, the last guy I trusted and thought was a good guy did this and this to me, so I don't really trust the nice guy, this and this. It's like, nope, based off of your experience, I totally get that. And the problem is that a whole bunch of people have gone, oh, I don't need to go out into the world and discover things. Social media did that for me. So I'm just going to take these other people's experiences and I already know how the world is. I don't have to go out and find out. Where if you did that, you might find out that, hey, social media ain't the world. Social media is just the loudest parts of the world. But a lot of people don't want to do that. And a lot of them don't want to do that because, quite frankly, not only is that shit scary, that shit has high consequences if it goes wrong. And I think you're not going to see that change until the counterculture of it that I think you're starting to see now. You're starting to see people get sick and tired of in essence, the plastitopia, everything on Instagram is true BS that has been pumped at us for so long. People are more invested in, okay, what's the actual truth? Because I'm sick and tired of getting lied to. I'm sick and tired of trends setting this and what viral thing being what I have to now do in dating. More people are like, listen, I want to actually like use my brain. I want to actually like live life, not life vicariously through a phone screen. And whatever your rules are that you scream on Instagram, okay, cool, good for you. Like, I just want to actually live my own life and find out life for myself. And I think you're starting to see that happen now. I don't think it's until it sounds stupid, it starts to become popular. I don't think until being reasonable and not following that shit goes viral that you'll start to see it happen long enough. Because unfortunately, it is one of those things where enough people. I recently had someone I love very much call me out on this. She's like, "Well, the problem is that you've experienced all these different things in life. They're very much a singular experience." I was like, "Okay." She's like, "You're expecting people to think like you think. They don't. A lot of people have not had happen to them what's happened to you, experienced what you've experienced, that kind of not so much opened my eyes to things, but made me see that a lot of the plastitopia and the psyop of everything is bullshit." And so to me, I'm like, yeah, no, this and that one, I'm not really getting upset over this. For a lot of other people who haven't been able to go out and do this, haven't been forced to do this and this, haven't actually had these things in life that open your eyes to things, the only thing they're really getting from the outside world is what comes to the fucking phone screen. So what else are they supposed to think? And I don't think it's until you start experiencing life, not going on the vacation to Bali, not this. Yeah, you guys are making money off this and you went and experienced that. I love that for you. That's cool. Not everyone can do that.
So the problem with the people going on vacations and doing like these experiences, they're not experiencing culture.
No.
And I think that's a big problem.
Hard
so
agree.
Like like one of my favorite place to go visit is Puerto Rico. And the reason why is because I love the culture. I love the food. I love the people. I love the music. I love like the history. I love all of it. Like, you know, when I go to Puerto Rico, I don't go to just Old San Juan and just go look at all the shops and go to that shit. No, I go to El Yunque. I go to the rainforest. I go to the other sides. I go to the little towns. I go to fuck that shit. I want to see the local spots, you know. I don't want fuck going to the main spots. Let me go support local small businesses. And that's the important shit to me. Like when we go to Hawaii.
Yeah, but there's no Uber and there's no taxis. And like I have to walk.
Yeah, like when we go to Hawaii, yeah, of course we're going to shop at the Waikiki and do some of the normal tourist shit, because why wouldn't you? That's an experience in its own. But that's not going to be the entire trip. We're going to go to the other side of the island and go to local areas and go to local restaurants and go check out shit that normal everyday people that live there go to. And like my cousin lives there, so I'm going to make sure he brings us to like the real spots that the people who live there go experience, because that's the way I like to go vacation. Like I know when Nick went to Ireland, I'm sure he didn't go to like the most generic spot that they had in Ireland.
I went to one, and it was just because I
you go to one.
I had to go.
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was the Temple Bar, and aside from also the Jameson Distillery and the Guinness Storehouse, because those are two experiences that you should, everyone, even the locals, said that you should also experience. However,
agreed.
Every pub and every restaurant that we went to were all ones that were locally based and that were referenced or recommended to us by people. We didn't want to go to a commercial shit and stuff like that. And that's what we did. And
you don't want to do the plastic patty shit.
No.
You want to do the actual real being there shit.
That's the thing. When you experience culture and you go through actual experiences, you learn about people, that's when you start experiencing life, and then you stop seeing the shit that's online and then start seeing what's out there with real people. And then that's
now here's the reason why I understand this. Now, here's the reason why I understand this. How are you able to afford to go? Oh,
What, to Puerto Rico?
yes.
Oh, Puerto Rico's actually so people have a misconception of how like it's expensive it is to go travel. Hawaii is a little
Mhm.
pricey, so like this one we actually
Right.
we had to
Right.
save up. We're going
I
toward
understand
the
what you're
cheap side.
saying. I'm just saying there's a
But
point, but yes, go ahead.
Puerto Rico is actually fairly inexpensive. Like it's just as
Right.
it's just as cheap to fly to Florida. It's like $300.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Puerto Rico because you don't need a passport. It's a U.S.
Right.
territory, and
Right.
it's a Caribbean island. It's like
Mhm.
$350 for a round trip flight. You can find an Airbnb for I think when we were there for we found one that if you wanted to stay for a whole week, it was like $400.
Mm-hmm.
So right there, that's you could probably go there for like $1,500 and you're set for the whole week.
Right. How
And
many
it's
people have
tropical paradise.
$1,500 laying around?
Yeah, but again, it's all intention. It's that same thing of living with your parents. If you don't have an intention of leaving, you're not going to. So if you want something,
Right.
you're gonna fucking find a way to get to it. That's just
Right.
the way.
No, and I 100% agree with you. And
Same.
like, so for me, the only reason why I've seen so much of the world, in all honesty, was either directly or indirectly because of the military. Like a lot of the traveling I did was either A, because the military sent me there, B, because I had military friends in the area who I could stay with. That was a lot of times when I went to Texas, when I went to Georgia, when I went to Louisiana, it was all through the military. The fact that I got to go to Ireland, like I went to Ireland because that was my money I just got after just coming back from a deployment. So what I'm getting at is that for a lot of people, the idea of doing it is so scary. And like you said, it's actually not that hard to do.
It's
But
really not. And the
Right.
unfortunate, and I understand I could get some backlash from somebody saying like, well, there is people who don't have that opportunity or that way to
Yes.
get that money. I'm gonna unfortunately disagree because I'm a different kind of mindset maybe. I've lived impoverished. I did not have a lot of money. But Nick and I like to have the joke about my spending issues, my spending problems, and I like to spend my money because yes, I did come from a spot where I had nothing. I did
Mhm.
not have any money. I was shopping at Goodwill. I know what it's like to be broke, right? But I always found a way to make it work and find a way to make it happen. Now,
Right.
the thing is, I kept that mentality. We're currently in my life now. That's why I'm able to do the things I'm able to do. But I was able to go to Puerto Rico when I didn't have a ton of money because I just hustled. I figured a way to make money. And in this day and age, in this world, ChatGPT is free. You could find ways to hustle and make money and flip things very easily. Facebook Marketplace has a free section. Facebook Marketplace has a free section. That free shit is worth something. Pick up the free shit, sell it. You'll make money.
Well, even
free
that,
as fuck.
it's the not
Willpower.
shying so far away from it's willpower, but just the not shying so far away from discomfort. Like that's the big thing that
the
people
unknown.
are so it's the unknown, not even just the unknown. It's like the military does a great job of getting you through the mental block that a lot of people have of discomfort does not mean you're dying. Like, and again, I didn't realize this until someone I love very much really talked to me about it. They're like, the way that my brain works and your brain works and other people's brain works is because you've been at such a low level and you've experienced such low levels of discomfort that, in some instances actually meant you could die. These other things don't trigger that part of your brain because it's like, well, no, this is really not that bad because I've experienced that bad. And no, this does not feel like I'm dying. But there are a lot of people that if that's the threshold of the stress they've experienced in their life, it's terrifying. And if they just took that step forward, they'd realize it's really not that bad. But for them, it triggers the same chemicals in their brain of, oh shit, I might die. And it makes it scary for people to do. And the more and more we get cramped into our apartments, cramped into our apartments, look in the box, look in the box, look in the box, don't go outside, don't go outside, don't go outside. People are afraid to do that. And so again, I can kind of understand where the fear is coming from. And until you actually get past that fear of doing it, because for some people it's like, well, yeah, I could save for a vacation, but I'd have to not do this and I'd have to give up this and I'd have to give up this. And it's like, well, yeah, but if you do those things,
unfortunately, great things do not come without sacrifice.
No, they don't. And the sacrifice does
So I'm
not
actually
have. Go
I'm
ahead.
actually watching this. And I'm sorry to cut you off, but we
No,
literally
go
before
ahead.
recording this, I was watching. This just came out. I think it came out today. It was Gordon Ramsay's like little docuseries about his life.
Mm-hmm.
Now anybody who knows, actually, Windsor just tagged me in the Discord. Back to the Discord
Mhm.
again.
Mhm.
In the bite me section, talking about the food. She just sent me a thing about her knife set because me and her are the cooks in the Discord.
Nice.
Everyone knows that Gordon Ramsay's my guy. Like I admire that man, business mindset, the way that he handles, obviously in the kitchen, so on and so forth. So I'm watching this documentary with Ellie, and he talked about how when he first got into the industry and he worked with the head chef, I forgot the guy's name.
Mhm.
He was working 18 hours a day, 6 days a week,
Mhm.
and I was just like, God damn! And look at that. That sacrifice paid off for this.
Mhm.
And I said, but that's not, there's not a lot of people that are willing to work 18 straight hours a day, 6 days a week.
No, and
But that's the
yes,
kind of dedication and sacrifice you need to
yes,
get the kind of success and levels to like Gordon Ramsay level success. I mean, like you look,
yes,
and even still now today, like I'm watching this documentary, and his kids are saying like, how many sleeps until you come back, Dad? And he's like, Gordon Ramsay's even crying about that because he has to go fly to Vegas and fly to New York.
Mhm.
The guy's a multimillionaire. He doesn't have to keep doing this shit, but he wants to keep being successful. I
Mhm.
respect it, but it's sacrifice, right?
It's
That's
that,
what it is.
and I see where people get at of like, okay, well, just because you do the 18-hour days, this and this and that, doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily get to Gordon Ramsay level. So why even bother doing it? It's like, okay, I see what you're getting at. However, maybe it's
You
not
don't
18-hour
know.
days. Maybe it's you're still doing 8-hour days, but this vice and that vice that you have, maybe cut down on it some. Maybe do this, maybe do that. You don't have to necessarily, and I think COVID did this too. Because with COVID, people who were a year or two from retirement, and that's who the company fucking cut first,
Yeah.
and was like, oh, so the American dream thing I'm supposed to do can just fuck me when it feels like it.
In those situations, yeah, it's fucked. There's nothing you can really do
Yes,
in those
but the
situations.
problem is, I think that created this template of, unfortunately, the pendulum going so far the other way. The reasonable thing for that is, okay, yes, hard work pays off. However, don't be taken for a ride. And the way the pendulum
Oh no,
swings
fuck corporate America. Fuck that shit. Don't
no,
put your
and I
eggs in
agree.
corporate America.
I'm sorry. I have written on my shoes, love the witch, burn the corpo. Like, yes, I get that, but that doesn't mean that hard work now
You're
doesn't
so
get you
punk
anything.
rock. Nick, I was waiting for you to say something on that one.
Sorry, I got distracted by a dessert. It is written on my veins, love the witch, burn the corpo. I will send you a picture afterwards.
And I said, you're so punk rock.
Jesus Christ. Undercover elder emo. Undercover elder emo. We'll go with that. But the problem is the pendulum swung so far the other way where it's like, oh, okay, so now that means that everything our parents told us about like hard work and this and that is bullshit. And I was like, no, that's not what that means either. There's a middle ground here. And that middle ground is, okay, doing the 18-hour days doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be Gordon Ramsay. No, but doing that and playing it smart and this and that means that you get to experience shit most people don't. And if you want to get outside your bubble, there are other ways. Yeah. Like I just said earlier.
Especially with all the technology that's out today. Like that's the thing. There's so many avenues today. Like,
yep.
There's so many ways to maneuver in today's world.
And I think a lot
don't
of
get
it
twisted.
is,
I promise y'all, I'm not just preaching this. I have things working in secrecy and in private and in the shadows. And I'm like there's only a handful of people that know what I'm trying to do right now. And things are in process and I'm trying to get like shit going. So I'm not preaching it. I'm doing it myself. And I'm hoping that at some point in the next year or two, I'm preaching what I sow.
So and I'm glad you said that. That's the other fucking thing that drives me crazy. If it's not on camera, if people can't see it, it doesn't
Pixar
exist.
didn't happen, ho.
Yep, it didn't happen. And that's the other thing. And that'll also be my biggest piece of advice is that, like, as far as, and again, I say this as someone who my living is the audiobooks, the social media, this and this and that. But at the same time, it's like, dude, as far as like what people think, like if you're just trying to make your life better, this and that, and people can't see it and don't think it's actually happening, fuck them. Like, you know what you're doing. You know what your aspirations are. Go after them or die trying. Like, that's really it. And when I say die trying, I don't mean physically die. I mean, it is so much better to go up the damn mountain. And even if you don't get to the top, because it would kill you if you did, and you have to come back down, the climb up and the climb down gave you stories that people will listen to, sights that you will never see anywhere else, experiences that you won't get anywhere else. And that is what
you miss
actually
100% of the shots you don't take. Nick, who said it?
Michael Scott.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yes.
No, Michael Scott said it.
No?
Yes.
It was Michael Scott.
Michael Scott.
Oh God,
I was always thought it was Wayne Gretzky.
He's so
Oh,
he's
Michael
so bad
Scott.
at this.
You're so white.
Okay.
He's so bad at this.
You're
He's
so
so
white.
bad. He's so white.
Oh, Lord.
So white. Dwight, you
Fine,
ignorant
never have
slut.
so many owed so much to so few. Who the fuck said that one?
You did.
Dwight, you ignorant slut.
No, Winston Churchill.
He wasn't
It's
real.
a quote from The Office, you fucking chooch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It literally said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't
I-
take. Wayne Gretzky, then Michael Scott.
Oh,
It was a quote from the show. He quoted Wayne Gretzky, then put Michael Scott next to the quote because he quoted Wayne Gretzky. Jesus Christ.
You know what? Believe it or not, I don't sit down watching TV all day.
Because I'm an intellectual. I'm a real fucking boy.
No, it's not because I'm an intellectual. It's because I have ADHD and I can't sit down and do one thing for that long. That's not me creating a thing.
Well, next time you shave your butthole, put on The Office.
That would be in the shower, and
So
I do not have a
uncultured.
waterproof phone case.
You know, for someone who pretends to be so cultured, you are so uncultured sometimes.
Listen,
Traveled
it's
so much.
hentai, and it's art.
Sir,
It's
All right,
called
this is-
hentai, and it's
Sir,
art.
We're going to pick this up next week because there's so many things that we're going to discuss next week that like,
is
it
a
is so-
Wednesday.
this literally picks up exactly where we left off because next week we're going to be discussing all about the timelines in life that people have put on us, and it's that comparison culture that's such bullshit that we see on Instagram. So Copper talked about all that shit in his 25-minute ramble earlier. About Instagram and that comparison culture, which I know for a fact I've seen it, Nick has seen it, Copper has seen it, where you see these people, these 25-year-olds with houses, these 25-year-olds with fucking marriages and shit and all that bullshit. And or like, you know, these the Timothy Chalamets who are super famous at 26 years old and all that shit. And here we are at 35 in our, you know, closets.
I will say
recording
this much.
podcasts.
All the people you're worried about impressing, how many of them are going to show up at your funeral? How many of them
Exactly.
are
We're
going to
gonna
show
talk
up
about that
when you're
next
sick
week.
in the
That's
hospital?
next week.
You
I'm
know?
not getting you started on that. That's the whole thing next week. I'm sick. I'm gonna feel better next week. I got to shovel 25 inches of snow. We
I'm
our
sorry I'm
corporate-
not there
our
this
corporate
time.
offices. Our corporate offices didn't even send an email out that they're delaying already. So we're opening at 9 a.m.
Fuck the
They
corporate.
don't believe that there's a blizzard happening and we're getting 50-mile-an-hour gusts. So I'm
Jesus
excited.
Christ.
I got to be up at the ash crack of dawn, the shaved ash crack of Copper at dawn. So with that being said, everyone say good night. Say goodbye to the people. Copper, you start.
Not y'all. Be good. Love you. Be safe.
I think I broke
well.
Nick. Hold on.
It'll be
I think I
alright.
broke Nick. Nick's dying out over here. Nick, you okay? Okay. All right.
I'm good.
All right, Copper, go ahead. Sorry, I just saw Nick just dying in the corner laughing.
Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Be well. Love y'all. It'll be all right.
We hope that you guys enjoyed tonight and enjoyed us being master debaters for you for a little bit, as much as we enjoyed it. And I hope that after you turn this episode off, you imagine what Copper's butthole looks like, smooth.
I hope to God you do not.
They're going to, but till then, be safe, be wary, fuck the system.
Yes. And now, guys, I gotta lean in for this one. With Copper now being part of the Discord and all of the conversations that have just happened on this episode, I need you to
I don't
add
look
him
forward to this.
all the time. You need to stop adding me.
I hate
Add
y'all.
him. At him every time we talk about his butthole, every time that Nick and I make fun of him now. Oh my God, there's somebody, Nick, I didn't tell you because you're not part of the Discord. You don't watch it a lot of times. Somebody is scanning through all the times we've made fun of Copper, and we're going to compile and make a whole montage of all the times we made fun of Copper.
A compilation.
Yes. A compilation of season 1 of all the times we made fun of Copper while he was out. It's just to fill you in, to understand all the things. We said a lot of good things about you too.
Oh, did you now?
We said we missed you after every time. After every time we made fun of you, we said.
And
we really
you
missed
at
him.
one point told me that if you ain't talking shit about me, you don't like me. So the idea of you saying good things about me makes me scared, because that's making me think that you don't like me no more.
Well, no, because we made fun of you, and then we said, it's like, we're making fun of him, but we do love Copper. We do miss him. We hope he's okay.
So there was shit
We did
talking
say that.
beforehand.
Yeah, right
There
before.
was. Okay, good.
Yeah, it usually goes like, we do a terrible impression of you. We'd press the little sound button. We'd pray. We'd pray. Yes. But yes, the cult leader is here, guys. We will definitely get we're going to find a name for the following. And like I said, I'm sick. I feel like shit. I got to go shovel tomorrow. As you heard last week, as I stood up, my back was killing me. The week before, I was high as shit. This week, I'm sick as shit. I love you guys. I'm thankful for you guys watching the show. This is ADHP, Adulthood Pending. You know the rules. Like, follow, subscribe to ADHP. Yay! Fuck, I'm tired.
All my friends got past the checkpoint. I'm still here trying to play the game, boy. I don't know how long I can keep this up. Write another song and put it online. Pause and think, am I wasting my time? Start to question, when will it be enough? Searching for my 4-leaf clover. One more try till it's game over. Everything's fine.